Ladies and gentlemen, on now to our second bout of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the NFA cage, Corey Donovan.
All right, guys, we got Corey Donovan. He says he is the pride of the South Side. I have a one man in my mind that will argue that. His name is Mean Mike Green. That is the man that got me into MMA, and he is a South Side legend.
And ex-owner of Southside Fight Club.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we got Corey Donovan making his debut tonight. 0-0 record, coming to make a statement. I mean, we don't know what we're gonna see. I can't help but imagine he's completely prepared. This isn't one. This sport is not what it was 10 years ago, where you would just, wake up and be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go get in a fight today. These guys now, he's probably been training for, I would say at least a year, 2 years, something like that. And look at Cyril Gane, who just fought for the heavyweight title. He's only been training MMA for 3 years.
Well, we're getting a lot more athletes in it too. We're getting a whole lot more athletes than we used to get. We used to get more of the martial artists, or like you would say, the street fighters, weekend warriors we call them. And they'd wake up and just go to a fight. Now you're getting actual legitimate athletes that could play other sports that are wanting to do MMA now.
Yeah, and the thing that's going to make Corey Donovan a little bit different, he says his influences for this sport was his mother and the upbringing that they had. So, and you can tell the crowd's here behind him, so I'm excited to see what he brings.
And now his opponent making his way to the red corner, Doug Anderson.
Doug Anderson's coming out here with a 1-2 record, so a little bit more experience, 1-0 in kickboxing. Now, that's not a lot of experience, but it is a little bit, okay?
It's more than a debut opponent has, because then you have the debut nerves, and you have what's the walk going to be like, what's the day going to be like, cutting weight, how do you feel the day of the fight, The other thing that Doug's got going for him is he trains out of St. Charles MMA. He's got an experienced room, a lot of people to guide him. So even when he's confronting all these things, they're in the locker room with him now. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and one thing that Doug Anderson did say before this fight was, I don't know if it's a New Year's resolution, but he wants to have 4 more fights as an amateur, and he wants to turn pro by the end of the year. Now, I think that may be a little bit too soon, but I'm going to see his skill set here, and I can make that assumption I can really make that decision for myself if I think he should do that. But that's, he wants to be busy.
Yeah, and he's also been putting in work in the gym recently. I believe it was either recently or it's since his last fight. He's earned his blue belt, one of the Vagi blue belts now, and they have pretty high standards for their blue belts. So that's definitely putting in work, and that's something that you want to put down on your resume.
Yeah, and I got to say, this has all the makings of fight of the night. So we're going to send up to Mike Kendall to get this fight going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in an NFA middleweight division, brought to you tonight by Serve Pro and the Bracket Room, the official after party of NFA 9, located at the Holiday Inn in Crede Coeur. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6'1", weighed in 185 pounds. Tonight he's making his amateur debut, representing Absolute Martial Arts and fighting out of South St. Louis, Missouri, Corey, Pride of the South Side, Donovan.
Lots of fans.
His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a striker standing 5'10", weighed in 186 pounds. Yields an amateur record, 1 win, 2 defeats, with that 1 win coming by way of knockout. Representing St. Charles MMA and fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Doug Anderson. Referee Tim Francis.
I think we're in for another good one, guys, just looking at the matchup here.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I'm excited, Jordan. This is your weight class.
Used to be yours.
Yeah, well, I'm retired, sir.
Well, Doug Anderson likes the pressure, so we may see some quick fireworks.
Oh,
Yep,
going at it.
Big right uppercut.
Apparently Corey does too.
Cage just moved a little bit. See right here, I think Corey's feet are a little too close together. You gotta swim for and I like an overhook or something like that. Get those feet apart on that wall.
Well, and you also don't want your
There
heels
you go.
completely on the wall either.
I wouldn't drop to my knee like that. And don't get too heavy. There he goes. Good. Got the over under. That's
Did
what
a
I
good
love.
job recovering on that.
Absolutely. Over under. And now you get those feet spread apart, and then you turn them. Kind of turn them the wrong way because you want to swim with that underhook side.
Well, Doug showed in his previous fights, he does like this cage pressure. He likes to wear his opponent down.
Yeah, and one thing we said, that first fight, the head pressure right there. There it is. You make your opponent uncomfortable. Just head pressure. All it is. It's almost like it's just annoying more than anything. It's not going to hurt or anything like that.
Well, it definitely feels like it takes your strength and your legs away when they get right under the head.
Stand you up nice and tall.
A lot of nerves in that jaw, side of that jaw, too.
Well, Doug needs to swim for that underhook if he on that right side.
This could actually benefit Corey a bit because it slowed the fight down in his debut here. So it's going to take that first spazziness out. If he can survive this and the fight slows down and he's got his feet wet now, it may be interesting to see what he can put together instead of trying to force anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely give him a chance to catch his breath and calm down.
See, right here, though, we've got Doug with the double unders. Ooh, nice knee to the body.
I like how the ref is making him work here, too. He's not separating them because they're working.
That was what I was going to say. Absolutely. They're busy. They're not being stagnant. They're not stalling. They're doing work. They're looking for stuff.
I'd like to see Doug attack a little bit more of that inside of that leg.
Yep,
Right there it is, right there.
I think Doug could step around and pull that leg off the ground and probably get a takedown, but good on Corey.
Nice swimming in.
you
Oh,
go.
and they break
Separate.
apart. These big boys are going to throw. Nice jab. Oh, slips on the takedown. Slipped on the takedown.
Oh, he's getting some clean hits in there.
But look at this sprawl. This is a great sprawl.
Great sprawl. Just needs
Now
to
he
push
just
that
needs
head
to
down and get up.
spin around, take that back.
Or that.
Or what?
I said or that, yeah.
Yeah.
Either push the head down and get up or take the back, like you said, spin around.
I'm in a jiu-jitsu mindset right now, man.
I like that. I like to hear it. Yeah, he needs to do. He's just hanging on right
Weird
now. He needs to
position
do
because
something,
they're
yeah.
both vulnerable here in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right here, spinning around, taking the back really is not an option. I mean, it's an option, but not really an option.
Not
because
unless you pull him down.
Well, because Doug stood up.
There we go.
Yeah, he needs to yank him down or stand up here.
Nice knee to the
knees.
body. That's very intelligent.
Yeah, that's
A lot of young amateurs making a debut aren't going to remember that they can throw knees to the body right there. That was nice by Corey.
Corey kind of back in his position where he likes to.
All right, we're going to the second round. Guys, good first round. That showed the dynamics of MMA. You had basically 99% cage wrestling right there.
Yeah.
Now, who do you give it to? We go back to this every round, and it's just like friends sitting around talking about it. Oh, I think this guy won, this guy won. But Corey had his back on the cage, but threw lots of good knees. But then Doug had him against the cage and had a couple good knees there as well.
I think with how close it is, you'd have to give it to Doug because he did have cage control.
I agree with you.
I'm leaning more towards Donovan because he never got taken down. He reciprocated the damage he was taking on the wall, and when he separated, he stuffed a shot and had him in a very vulnerable position to end that.
Well,
But toss up.
Well,
Yeah.
as I say, good news with us disagreeing means it's a good fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing that I like is whenever we don't know where to go, that means it was a good fight. It was,
Well, he's seen that shot twice now coming out of Anderson, so I'll be shocked if Corey's not waiting for it. And maybe he has an uppercut or something waiting for him there.
Well, I do know that Corey Donovan came out and was throwing a good uppercut right away, so we'll see if he's going to lead with that again. There it was.
There it was.
Nice
There it
uppercuts.
Unfortunately, Doug is leaning forward when he does that.
Yeah. Oh, these guys.
Well, it's
Corey is trying to knock him out. Nice. Oh, slip under. Got that single leg. Got to pull that out and run that pipe.
Well, if there is a brawl, the past fights of Doug's has shown he does sometimes leave that chin up.
See, what I like here, Jordan, is you got that leg locked. I like to bump him into the cage and pull him off.
Bump and pull.
Bump and go.
Bump and pull.
Just like that. Can he hear me?
I was wondering that. I was about to say, I was wondering if you heard that. That was a good sit to pull himself back up. Good knee to the body right there.
So I don't know how easy this would be with that left arm having an underhook. But what about maybe sidestepping over there and getting that high crotch? That high single, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you could, and then take him for a ride. Yeah, absolutely.
Just
could.
and not necessarily like a big ride. Just get his feet off the ground so you can create some sort of an opening.
Well, if he pulls right here too, there it is. Yep, right when I said it.
Do they have earpieces in?
He's
Probably listen to you because you have a ponytail.
He almost had a cage grab there. Almost.
He gets up.
He's staying on him. He's definitely sticking to him.
Yeah, obviously Doug wants to get into a grappling exchange.
Well, we got to look at this. You know, this is a grind, and like you said, this is a debuting fighter. Is he going to dump? We don't know.
I hope he doesn't dump. We don't got that kind of cleaning crew, bro. Careful with your words there, Lance.
Oh, man.
Anderson is doing a good job of putting him where he can slow down any of the big shots that were coming his way out in the open here. You know, he couldn't really get him down out in the open, but here he can kind of wear him down, and he's not really taking any damage. He did get him down. Here's where the danger is, because see, Doug goes right back in on that shot too.
See, I think Corey's trying to throw a little bit too heavy. I mean, that's the excitement of a new, you know, of the adrenaline, and you're excited in front of a crowd, and you want to put on a show, and you just start swinging for the fences.
Look like he's going for that leg pull again.
But these guys are busy.
Donovan's
I mean,
yeah.
this may not be the most exciting for the fans.
This is what Doug wants. He wants to get his hands together under his butt.
These guys are busy.
Donovan's
Bump and go, bump and go.
Donovan's doing a good job of defending. He just needs to find a way to either reverse it or get something going in his way.
Well, I think Doug might be a little not so confident in his wrestling because he's locked his hands a few times and then let it go.
Well, he's also eating some shots. Some of those are landing on the temple. He's not covering his temple too well with his shoulder. So some of those slaps, even though they don't look like they may be hard, you don't like getting hit in the temple. It doesn't take a whole lot to hurt.
I don't get hit.
Fair enough.
I'm retired.
There we go. Now they're going.
See, that was a good close to the second round for Doug.
Yeah.
I think you give that round to Doug without a doubt.
I do too. The last 10 seconds, Corey Donovan was just trying to land some hard body shots. He ended up giving up that there, but I agree with you guys. That's Doug Anderson's round there.
I wouldn't even say the last 10 seconds anything really happened. I think Doug went and got on the cage, did some cage wrestling, got a couple takedowns. He popped up, but
Corey needs to come out and make a statement right away. He needs to get Doug off his game and make sure Doug does not get a hold of him.
Yes, because Doug is imposing his will on where the fight will take place right now.
Yeah, and if I'm in the corner of Corey, I'm telling him to pump a jab, straight punches, shorter punches, not trying to knock his head off. Set that big knockout shot up, quick little bang bang, and then trying to land some leather.
And also take the center of the ring. If your back's against that cage, you're going to end up right there again.
100%.
Both men are mouth breathing too. Let's see which one recovers. Doug looks like he's about ready to charge.
Ooh, big right hand.
There was that uppercut.
Now he's got up right there. You see he's got it back on the cage again, though.
Yep.
Got that arm in guillotine. I don't know if he's trying to get the guillotine or using his position.
I believe I called that uppercut earlier, didn't
You definitely did.
You did. You are an encyclopedia of MMA. Your wealth of knowledge is vast. Are you happy?
I'm never happy.
I'm never happy.
Doug right back here in the same position. He's got to watch the front.
He got hit. He went for an ankle pick and got nailed.
See, but right here, I think Corey would want to disengage, but
whatever Corey does, he's got to look for a finish here. If he can generate momentum and put him behind, he may be able to do it.
Oh, big takedown. Big
pure
takedown
strength right there. He had the technique wasn't right there, and he made up with it with a pure strength.
And listen to this crowd here at the Olympia Event Center.
Well, they are behind him, gave him something to cheer about.
They erupted.
Corey Donovan fans all over.
But now he needs to do something because there's a good chance he is behind 2 rounds. Doug looks like he's trying to shrimp in. He had a chance there. He went to half guard instead. Looked like he's going for a Kimura.
See, right here, nothing's even locked up. So there it is.
Ah, there we go. It's a legitimate attack now. Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
He could look for a sweep here as well.
Doug needs to step back and get a butterfly hook in if he wants to try and deal with
muscled out.
And the problem with having that Kimura lock right there, you could use that as a sweep, but with the cage right there, there's really nowhere to go.
True.
So you're limited on what you can do with that.
And with half guard too, you have to really get him to lean for that as well.
See, right here, Corey could just sit here. He's got a minute left. and try to advance that position, because being in an open half guard, it's pretty easy to pass. I mean, there's nothing really holding him down. And I'm a big fan of side control, personally.
Yeah, and he just needs to get to a more dominant position, try to get to mount or something, because right here he's doing fine. He's obviously winning this moment here, but I don't believe he won the other 2 rounds. So he may be running out of time here.
I agree. And right here, so what he could do that I really like is posture up real tall and kind of turn towards the cage where you have that, like that wrestling, like that Turk position. And that's a dominant spot in MMA. I like putting that hand on that hip and then holding him in place while you got that half guard locked up against the cage and just start beating on him.
It's a wrestler's dream right there.
It is. That's where I learned
So
it.
Doug's got a lockdown on him. That's going to negate that.
Corey
pass
needs to do
happening
something here. I
So,
mean,
he let it go.
there he goes.
He's got to let it fly here.
Oh.
That may have been a bit of an early stoppage, but
Wow, right at the end.
Corey Donovan with the 3rd round stoppage with just seconds left.
Here I was getting upset with Corey too. I didn't think he went soon enough.
Wow.
I wonder if the referee saw something that we didn't see.
Very possible he did.
It's possible.
He usually doesn't stop him like that.
Yeah, when he first went in there, I thought maybe he was going to call for a back of a head shot. I wasn't expecting him to stop it.
Yeah, that was a quick stoppage, so that makes me think he saw something that we didn't see.
Tim Francis is a really
Francis
good referee.
is a good ref.
So
I agree,
he
yeah.
had to have seen something that we didn't see from our point of view.
I agree. He is definitely a good ref.
That was a good fight, guys. Competitive fight. The matchmaking so far has been on point.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Tim Francis called the stop in his fight. 2 minutes, 57 seconds into the 3rd and final round. For your winner by TKO, Corey, the pride of the South Side, Donovan.
What a win by Corey Donovan in his debut. I'm excited for him, and Mike Kendall's going to get a couple words from our winner.
Corey Donovan, wow, man, coming out your first fight as an amateur in MMA, and man, you were crisp, man. You're very technical. Congratulations. You ground out a really, really tough fight with your opponent there and were able to finish it at the very end of the 3rd and final round. What are your thoughts on this first fight of yours?
It was everything I expected and more. I would just be remiss if I didn't thank these guys right here. Everybody I've been training with this whole time. I lost my mom last January, and martial arts has been a big part of my life since my mom got sick. It really did save my life, so this is a culmination of that, and I can't thank everybody enough. This isn't me at all. It's all my teammates and everybody who came out to support me. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, man, you're a true prospect now. You're on the radar in amateur MMA. Congratulations. Corey, the pride of the South Side, Donovan.
This is a